So yesterday night, just before falling asleep, I had this idea that I had to try on the instrument. Honestly, I thought it would be kind of dumb, kind of stupid, and not go anywhere. This morning I tried it, and honestly, I never expected this to sound so good. Hello, this is David. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping you develop your musical personality on the guitar through very simple, sometimes unconventional concepts. And today is one of those. We're going to use two different ideas, combine them together, and see what happens. This is really about exploration, musical exploration. But I think you'll find that if you apply this to your playing, some new ideas are going to come. And just by playing with this a few minutes earlier today, I feel very inspired. If you want to make the most of this lesson, you can download the charts. They're free, and the link is in the description of this video. That'll really help you in your musical exploration. But for now, let me tell you about the two different ideas we're going to use to create these beautiful musical landscapes. The first one is the 3-note per string caged system. What's that? Well, it's something I talked about on the channel where basically we will take 3 notes per string systematically. However, instead of laying out these 3-note per strings in a traditional 3-note per string horizontal way, we're going to bring this to a narrower area of the fretboard whenever possible. And those free charts are going to help you out for that. But here is, for example, an A major scale, 3-note per strings, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So far, I've been playing between frets 5 and 9. That's going to be the area of the fretboard I'm going to try to focus on. And here, instead of going to the second string frets 7, 9, 10, which I would typically do with a 3-note per string system, I'm going to bring this to second string frets 5, 7, 9 to stay in this zone of the fretboard. Now, yes, there is repetition of notes, but that's okay. That can lead to interesting things. So we're really going to do that 3-note per string caged system for the concept to work. Okay, the second idea we're going to use is that idea I had yesterday night, just before falling asleep. It's kind of a mathematical notation system, but it's really simple. Now, don't take this and talk about it outside of this video because nobody's going to understand. People are going to think you're nuts. You're not going to be nuts at the end of this video because you'll understand what's going on. We know that we're using this 3-note per string caged system. The reason we're cagifying the 3-note per string is to keep everything accessible so that we don't have to stretch too far. It's going to be useful when we combine both ideas. But that second idea is that notion that we're going to write down what is going to happen on the fretboard, and that's going to lead to new ideas. Because we have 3 notes per string, we can classify these 3 notes by looking at them in the following way: left, middle, right. It's also something I talked about on the channel, but that's from your perspective when you're looking at your instrument. If you're strictly sticking to 3-note per string, you will always have those 3 types of notes: left, middle, right. Left is towards the neck, middle is the one in the center, and right is the one towards the bridge. So left, middle, right, LMR, or 1, 2, 3. 1's going to be over there, 2 is in the middle, and 3 is over there. If we apply this to the A major scale, we will have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do this on the low E string and see what other combinations we have. Besides 1, 2, 3, I could do 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 3. That's middle, left, right. 3, 2, 1. Right, middle, left. 3, 1, 2. Right, left, middle, and so forth. The notation works as follows. Whatever happens on a single string is going to be put in parentheses. So if you have something like 1, 2, 3 in parentheses, you know that that happens on one string. Which string? You pick. It doesn't really matter. So 1, 2, 3 could be something like this. It could also be this. It could also be this. Or this. Whenever we have something played on a single string, we're going to put that into parentheses. And that also works with a single note. If we want just a single note, we're going to put it in parentheses. There's one more thing. We're going to add some skips, some string skips in there. If you want to skip one string, you're going to double the parenthesis. Let's take a look at this formula, for example. We have a first series of notes on a single string, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play the low E string, 1, 2, 3. And then the next series of notes is going to be played on another string, and then we're going to skip a string because we have a double parenthesis. And that second series of notes is 2, 1, 3. So I'm going to skip the fifth string and play 2, 1, 3. So the formula altogether sounds like this. Now that you understand the two ideas we combined together, let's talk about how you create those very interesting phrases. We're going to randomize the process, and we're going to make sure that we create formulas that are not conventional. And just to be clear, this is what I mean by a traditional formula, where we're just ascending the scale, descending the scale. And it happens all the time when we solo. Sure, we're not just going up and down the scale, we play some phrases. But these notes are typically tied together. Ascending or descending. Well, let's try it on these following formulas. We're starting with 1, 2, 3 on the low E string. 1, 2, 3. Skip a string to 2. And then on the next string, we'll do 2, 1, 3. All together. Beautiful. Let's try another one. This one starts with 1, 3. On the next string, we have 2. Then we're going to skip a string to 1, 3, 2. Okay, so all together. That's what we have. Try another one. This one starts with 3, 1, 2. Skip a string to 1, 2, 3. And skip a string to 2. Interesting. Let's try it all together. I'm going to include in the free download below some of my favorite formulas. And remember that you can apply this to any scale. You're not limited to the major scale. As long as the scale you're using is 3 note per string cage, then you're good to go. Download this below. It's really going to help you. And if you want to know more about the 3 note per string cage system, watch this video. That one will explain to you exactly what I'm talking about. I'll meet you right there. Thanks for watching this. Grab the download below. I'll see you next time. Practice well.